When women have campaigns about revenge porn and against revenge porn, it's because we know what revenge porn can do to other women. And therefore, the only kindest thing anybody can do is not to look like revenge porn is something that they are okay with. And this is just the truth. We are taught every day that we should not be chastising, we should not be criticizing victims. That is something we should not be doing. But on the same breath, it's important that we educate victims for the sake of posterity. There are people and the future generations that are coming above and ahead are coming. They are not the girls and the women that have not been born. They need to know, they need to understand that when women rally around you to crush and to beat patriarchy, it's important that we stick together. Anytime there are loopholes, there are cracks when we are fighting patriarchy, we are applauding violence against women, we are applauding violence against children, we are applauding perpetrators of violence. And that is what I'm uncomfortable with. And so today, I am going to boldly speak because this is something that I have spoken, I've talked about very passionately on this platform. As a feminist, and nobody on this platform can choose to tell me if I'm a feminist or not. It's not you who brought me into feminism. It is not the oppression that I observed from you or what you taught me. My feminism is from lived experiences, things that I have experienced and things that I have undergone. And the reason for me to actually try and tackle patriarchy is because I have understood that women are disadvantaged. So I speak with that authority. And I am therefore making it very clear that I am embarrassed. I am actually embarrassed today that a woman I defended, a woman I have worked with, a woman I have talked time and number about the injustice that happened to her, had the courage, the audacity to display it in our faces, how she is cordoning with the man that violated her. I do understand how victims behave in front of their perpetrators. But guys, even people who support you get tired. People who support you can get tired. People who support you can get exhausted. And there are some examples that we are showing on this platform that are so detrimental to our quest to squashing violence against women. When a woman does that in the full glare of the public, it sets a very bad precedent, not just for women, but also for the younger generations, because we are setting an example that is telling them it is okay to be violated. It is okay to make peace with people that violate women. It is okay to cordon with men that violate and harm women. It is okay to normalize revenge porn. That is the problem that I have, because for me, revenge porn is not okay. Revenge porn will never be okay. And revenge porn is something we should not normalize. So when you sit on a platform with a man that violated you, a man that dehumanized you, and women that supported you are watching in the full glare of the public, it is not women that supported you that you're disrespecting. And let me tell you the funny thing about the universe and life is that you will still need these same women you are showing the middle finger. Women will always rise up to the occasion, whether we are disrespected, whether we are brought down, whether we are abused, whether we are dehumanized, we will still want to rally around other women. It's very important that we do so. And the saddest bit is that now, apart from just doing that, violating and slapping us in the face, you choose to use tears from Turkana to gaslight us, to express how you feel, just because we were uncomfortable with you being happy with the perpetrator. The fact is, what you're doing is making perpetrators more powerful. You're giving this person the courage to do what he did to you to another person. Because that is the language you're speaking. It's like, ni sawa. Mimi niko sawa na huyu, mimi nilishamsamehea, inaendelea, tuko sawa. But what about those young girls who are being taught daily about revenge porn? What about those young women and the victims that are struggling with the perpetrators? What happens to them? What example are you setting? As a content creator on this platform, let me tell you, the thing is, when we sit and open these lives, there are positions that we are holding. We are not just holding positions of our own platforms, but we are also holding positions of power. When you attract a viewership on this platform, you have a responsibility that you owe to the people that watch you. You have the responsibility of what you say, what you do, and the effects that it has to the people and the general public, especially on issues that are affecting women. We need to be responsible enough to acknowledge that there are some conversations that actually don't just affect us, but they have a trickle-down effect on the people who are our supporters and the people who learn from us. As a woman who is 44 years old with 3 children and more, I think I am very ashamed today to see a display of misogyny, a display of patriarchy, princesshood, a display of pick-meism, a display of pick me, and all that useless balderdash. I believe that we can do better. I believe that people need to grow the fuck up on this platform so that we can stop that kind of mediocrity. I think it's very shameful. I really don't think I have time to go back and forth with anyone. What I'm going to say and state very clearly is that as women, there is some responsibility we have on this platform, and we need to live up to that responsibility. There is time for jokes, there is time for everything. But at the end of the day, there is statistics that is showing that women, every 75 minutes globally, a woman takes their life because of revenge porn. If you have respect for people that are also struggling with mental illness or people that are struggling with suicidal ideation, those are not things to sit on a platform and joke and make a mockery about. There's need for growth. There's need for people to understand that there are people who actually agonize when you talk about some particular issues on this platform. Now, cry, baby, cry. But the truth is, we can see very clearly you are cordoning and you're coddling around your perpetrator. And it is our duty to call it out. So yes, Nyako, you are aligning with Big Daddy. And it is true, and we saw it, and it is shameful, and you need to stop because we are tired of constantly trying to check on you, constantly trying to defend you. We are tired of constantly worrying about what you might do today or tomorrow because we feel that what happened to you was injustice. And while you're at it, remember, there are people who stood by you and wanted you to pursue justice. Today, I'm getting it very clearly that the quest to get justice against what happened to you is something that you sabotaged yourself. It was your own doing. You decided to sabotage that process. And again, in solidarity with women, it's important that I extend grace again. You have the opportunity to redeem yourself. Otherwise, the desperation, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. Mimi sina time ya kukuja kuma la mamako na nini, not now. No. I believe my platform, when I'm talking about patriarchy and misogyny, I need to educate. So when I'm educating, I take my power and use the knowledge that I have to impact the people that need it and the women that need to understand how important they are and the value that we have on our bodies as women. Because when we choose to respect our bodies and we choose to value our bodies and we choose to know how important we are and our existence, then we use that value to make ourselves in spaces where we are respected. That is what usually happens. So as women, we need to start valuing ourselves. We need to start making ourselves educated and have the knowledge enough to know that There is a perpetrator, there is a violator, and we have to know which side that we pick as women on this platform. And again, I say it very clearly. I will always be against revenge porn. I'm not changing my stand, but I must call out bullshit when I see it. Every time we see women on this platform clapping for men that are violent, we are part of the problem. Every time women come out to fight for you, they use their energy, they use their time, they invest their emotions. When you choose to cordon with your abuser, you are abusing the same women that supported you. Sawa sawa. Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk. Otherwise, kila mtu ako sawa. Paulina uko sawa? Hapo nafikiria tunaweza kaweka kawimbo kadogo, alafu basi tuendelee kwa mada ya pili. Sawa? If you are good